Welcome everyone to this Battle League game that sees Luke taking on Kavil. First up we have Luke Skywalker's team. He's in the X-wing of course with R2-D2, and alongside him is Biggs Darklighter in an X-wing with R2-F2. Against him is Kavil and a hired gun in Y-wings, Scum of course. We have the same upgrades, it's shield upgrade, dorsal turret and unhinged astromech. We're rolling for asteroids now, and there will be just 6 on the board. So the asteroids have been placed on the table. As you can see, there's just 6 of them, 3 big, 3 small. Luke and Biggs have took in flank in the middle, and Kavil and the hired gun are flanking on the left. So let's get into this game and see what happens. First up is the hired gun, who does a hard bank right 3, and that's a green manoeuvre because of unhinged astromech. That takes him there, and he doesn't perform an action. Biggs is up next, and he goes 3 straight forwards. Moving to there, he doesn't perform an action either. Kavil is doing a soft bank right 3. He moves there and doesn't perform an action. Luke is going last and moving 3 straight forwards. That moves him to there, and he doesn't perform an action either. So a very tentative and tactical first turn there from our teams. Neither of them wanting to shoot or able to shoot, I should say. But the X-wings know that the Y-wings are going to be shooting outside their firing arcs, and the X-wings need to keep them in their firing arcs. They are not very fast ships, so hence the tactical gameplay, and hence why everyone is not willing to commit just yet. So let's see what happens in turn 2. The high gun is up first, and he's doing a soft bank 3 to the left. Taking him to there, he focuses for his action. Biggs is doing a soft bank 3 to the right. He's using R5-F2 for his action. Kavil is doing a soft bank 1 to the right. Kavil focuses for his action. Luke is also doing a soft bank 3 to the right. Moving to there, Luke focuses for his action. Still a very tactical game at the end of the round. No one's still willing to commit. The X-wings have committed to that right flank, and they have committed to the right rather than the flank. And the Y-wings have also gone right to try and stay outside the firing arc, but can the X-wings turn in and turn it to their advantage? Let's see in the next round. The hired gun is up first, and he's doing a soft bank 2 to the left. He goes to there and will focus for his action. Biggs is doing a hard 3 to the left. For his action, after taking to there, he has put a target lock onto Kavil. Kavil is doing a hard 2 to the left. Moving to there, he target locks Luke for his action. Luke is doing a hard 2 to the left. Luke moves to there, and there's a lot of target locking going on now because he has target locked Kavil. Luke is going to be shooting at Kavil at range 1. Luke gets 4 shots. And he's going to use his target lock to roll every single one. That is 1 hit there. Kavil has 1 evade dice, and he rolls an evade successfully. Kavil is using the dorsal turret to shoot at Biggs at range 2. Kavil gets 3 shots. He's gonna be... He can't do nothing because he target locked Luke, so that's 1 hit gone through. Biggs has 3 evade dice and rolls nothing. So 1 shot goes through, and Biggs is now down to 2 shields. Biggs is shooting at Kavil at range 2. He gets 3 attack dice, and he's going to be expending his target lock to re-roll these 2. 1 shot. Kavil gets 2 evade dice, and rolls a successful evade. The hired gun can just about reach Luke Skywalker at range 2, so uses the dorsal turret. He gets 2 attack dice, and that is 2 hits. Luke gets 2 evade dice, and that is 2 focuses. Luke gets to change one of those focuses into an evade with his pilot ability, so 1 shot goes through. And Luke is now down to 1 shield. At the end of the round, this is where everyone is, and some really poor shooting, especially from the X-wings there, just could not wound Kavil, even with target locks. Wow, it's really knocked me back actually. I thought they'd do a lot more damage, especially Luke at range 1, but didn't happen. So the only damage really taken was Kavil managed to take 1 shield off Biggs, and the hired gun managed to take 1 shield off Luke. On to the next round. The hired gun is doing a hard bank 2 to the left. Taking him to there, he focuses for his action. Biggs is doing a soft bank 1 to the right. Moving to there, he uses R2 F2 for his action. Kavil is doing a hard bank 3 to the left, and that is a green manoeuvre thanks to unhinged astromech. He crashes into Luke, but can't complete the manoeuvre and can't do an action. Luke is doing a hard bank 2 to the left. Moving to there, he is focusing for his action. Luke is shooting at the hired gun at range 1. Luke gets 4 shots. And that is 3 hits. The hired gun gets 1 evade dice. And he successfully evades 1 shot, so 2 get through. The hired gun receives 2 damage, and he now has 2 shields left. Kavil is using the dorsal turret at range 1 to shoot at Luke. He gets 3 shots, and that is 2 hits and a critical. Luke gets 2 evade dice, and he rolls only 1 evade. Luke loses 1 shield and then takes a critical hit. It is major explosion. Roll 1 attack dice. On a hit result, suffer 1 critical damage. So let's roll this dice. And it is a blank, so Luke has luckily avoided that. Luke is now down to 2 hull points. Biggs can't shoot and hit nothing, so the hired gun is firing at Luke with his primary weapon at range 1. The hired gun gets 3 shots. And that is 2 critical hits and a evade. Focus rather. And he's expending his focus to turn that one into a hit. Luke gets 2 evade dice. And he rolls 2 evades successfully. 1 critical hit goes through, and it is a damaged cockpit. His pilot skill now is treated as 0. Here's where everyone is, and boy did that escalate fast. Luke nearly taken out. He's now down to 1 hull point, and he's on pilot skill 0. He did manage to wipe out 3 shields from the Y-wing, but the Y-wings have so many shields now with its shield upgrade, and they have 5 hull points as well. They are going to be so hard to take down, especially with Luke nearly being taken out. It's basically down to Biggs, and Biggs looks like he's going to be having to shake these guys off his tail by the looks on it. So yeah, while Luke goes and heals. Oh dear, what a game this has turned into. Very tactical, and so let's go into the next round. The hired gun is doing a hard 2 to the left, and he hasn't completed the manoeuvre because he's bumped straight into Luke Skywalker. Biggs is doing a 4k turn to get back in the action. Going to there, he is stressed because of that manoeuvre. Kavil is doing a hard 3 to the left. Moving to there, he has target locked Biggs for his action. Luke is doing a soft bank 1 to the right, and it is a green manoeuvre, so he regains a shield. Moving to there, he focuses for his action. Kavil is shooting at Biggs at range 3. Kavil has 2 shots, and both of them hit. Biggs has 3 evade dice, and he gets his 2 evades. Biggs is going to shoot back at Kavil at range 3. He gets 3 attack dice. And that is 1 hit. Kavil gets 2 evade dice. And rolls nothing. 1 shot goes through on Kavil. The hired gun is shooting at Luke at range 1 and he's using the dorsal turret. He gets 2 attack dice and rolls 2 hits. Luke gets 2 evade dice. Oh no, that is 2 blanks. 2 shots go through on Luke and the hired gun has done it. He knocked that shield off R2-D2 regained and he only had 1 hull point left. So, yep, Luke is removed from play. That's the end of that round, and it looks like the Y-Wings are doing really well. The hired gun taking out Luke, which was a big surprise there. Yeah, and Kavil Kavil didn't manage to get a shot off on Biggs, but Biggs managed to shoot Kavil and knock him down. But Biggs has got it all to do now because they still have got a lot of shields and a lot of hull points to get down and whittle down through. So yeah, this is a big one, guys. This could go anywhere. Let's see what Biggs can do in the next round. The hired gun is doing a soft bank 2 to the left. He has unfortunately moved and hit the asteroid. Let's see if the asteroid does any damage. And yes, it does. The hired gun is minus a shield, but he has plenty to spare. Biggs is doing a soft bank 1 to the left, a green manoeuvre. He moves to there and uses R5 F2 for his action. Kavil is doing a soft bank 3 to the right. Kavil moves to there and focuses for his action. Kavil is shooting at Biggs at range 1, and after rereading the dorsal turret rules, he gets an extra attack dice for being in range 1. So, after reading the rules properly, Kavil now gets 4 shots at range 1. And he's going to expend his target lock to re-roll those 2. And he then expends his focus token to turn that into 4 hits. Biggs gets 3 evade dice. And he rolls 2 evades. 2 shots go through, so he loses his last remaining shield and takes 1 damage. He's now down to 2 hull points. Biggs is shooting back at Kavil at range 1. He gets 4 attack dice. And that is 2 hits and a critical. Kavil gets 1 evade dice. And it is a blank. 3 shots go through. And so Kavil loses all his shields and he's now just down to his 5 hull points. At the end of the round it's looking very tight. The hired gun is on top of the asteroid, so can't do any actions. And Biggs and Kavil traded blows. Biggs is nearly out, he's got 2 hull points left. Kavil has lost all his shields now. So he's down to just his 5 hull points, but that's going to be a lot for Biggs to try and take off on his own. So I guess it's on to the next round. The hired gun is doing a hard bank 3 to the right. That takes him to there, and I can't remember if he don't get an action or not, so I'm just not going to give him one because I'm running out of time, so need this game to hurry on. Biggs is doing a 4k turn. He manoeuvres to there and is stressed, of course. Kavil will then do a hard 2 to the right, and Kavil will focus for his action. Kavil is going to shoot at Biggs at range 1, and he isn't outside his firing arc, so it's just 3 normal shots. Kavil gets 3 attack dice, and he will expend his focus token to turn that into 3 hits. Biggs gets 2 evade dice, and he rolls 2 evades. 1 shot goes through, and Biggs is down to 1 hull point. Biggs can't shoot at Kavil, so has to shoot at the hired gun at range 2. He gets 3 attack dice, and he rolls 1 critical hit. The hired gun gets 1 evade dice and he rolls his evade. The hired gun is going to shoot back at Biggs at range 2. He gets 2 attack dice and that is 1 critical hit. Biggs gets 2 evade dice and rolls 2 evades, so takes no damage. At the end of the round, I think we're just delaying the inevitable. Biggs, I don't think he can do much against this. He's got 1 hull point left and he didn't cause any damage on either the hired gun or Kavil, so it's just on to the next round. The hired gun is doing a hard bank 2 to the right. He moves to there and focuses for his action. Biggs is doing a soft bank 1 to the left. Moving there to remove his stress, he uses R5 F2 for his action. Kavil is going to do a hard right 2 and he focuses for his action. Kavil is shooting at Biggs outside of his firing arc just about at range 1 with a dorsal turret. Kavil gets 4 shots. He rolled 2 hits, a critical and a focus, so he can change that to a hit. Biggs gets 3 evade dice. He rolls 2 evades, but we all know what that means. A hit and a critical go through on Biggs, and that more than enough takes him down, so Biggs is removed from the game, and the Y-Wings have won it. So there we have it. This is the conclusion, and what a game. The X-Wings taken out by the strong Y-Wings, and wow, yeah, they're so hard to take out, so hard to take down with the amount of shields that they've got, with the amount of hull that they've got. I actually think the Y-Wings would be better without the shield upgrade. I think they should have the engine upgrade after looking in that game, so that might be something for next season that they could have as an upgrade instead. But I did do a couple of rules mistakes. I do hold my hand up and say yes, I made a lot of mistakes in that game, really. The dorsal turret, I thought that, why is it only got 2 shots? I thought I'd added 3 shots onto that. I thought it had 3 shots, and so I decided to check just in the game when I checked, and should have checked earlier on, should have realised my mistake. But yeah, he gets 3 shots at range 1. So Kavil gets 4 shots at range 1 with it. And that's why I'll give him the upgrade. But you got to understand, it's my first game using these new Y-Wings, so I'll know that for next time round. And I also messed up Luke's manoeuvre. I believe Luke was on pilot skill 0, so he would have gone first, and that means that the Y-Wing wouldn't have bumped into him. But he was going to shoot at Luke anyway, and so I don't think it would have changed the result at all, because I was still doing the 1 shot for the 2 shots for the dorsal turret at the time. So yeah, I believe that it would have still gone down the way it would have gone down. I will have a look at the footage and see if it would have changed, but I don't think it was going to change the result that much. I think the Y-Wings were way too strong for these X-Wings, and they got outclassed, outmanoeuvred, and it seems that shooting outside your firing arc is very strong at 60 points. So yeah, it could all change this Battle League. It's a few results have gone differently what I thought would have done and gone, but yeah, still all to play for in the next one.